Well, welcome back to the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. I was going to go over just basically how I'm operating this guerrilla garden, what some of the principles are, sort of the soil structure I've got here, and what I'm aiming to do through biology. So if you can come in, we'll clear off a little spot here. And you can see that we've got pretty sandy soil. And then under that, let's see how far. These are all bramble roots. You can see the little brambles right here coming up from them. So I'm constantly having to pick up these brambles. I think they're wild blackberries, but I haven't seen too much production from them. But it looks pretty sandy till about 4 inches. And then you get a little bit of clay and compaction too down there. It actually seems a lot less compacted than when I dug 6 feet over the other direction. But it's pretty sandy soil, not much organic matter, because when you clump it, it doesn't really clump at all, it just all falls apart. So it's definitely devoid of organic matter. So we're trying to build soil life, soil diversity. These ones are spiky. Nope, I didn't get the big root. And there you go. That's the big root. There's a rock. So the best way to build soil biology is basically growing things and compost pile. Our compost pile is over there. I need to put the gloves on, and let's add another layer of leaves on top, since I dumped some last night, some food scraps. And as you can see, there is life in there. There's a bunch of flies, and they're laying eggs, which will turn into maggot larvae. And this is all I'm really doing, is getting a food layer and then getting a leaf layer, and then sort of letting nature do the rest, even though I should be watering it. So those are the potatoes that are coming up. What I'll do once they get probably about yay high is I'll either come in and put a bunch of leaf litter to start doming them up or mounding them up, or I'll actually remove some of the leaf litter and then dig some soil and mound them up to help increase, what kind of bug is that? Increase the production. There's a bunch of bugs here that I have no clue what they are. But we'll just remove some more brambles. Like I said, they're coming up everywhere. This is pretty much a forest floor that I'm trying to garden in. But the potatoes are doing well. The beans are doing pretty good. This one here has a bunch of new shoots, and looks like those are going to be some flower buds. That one has some better developed flower buds. If we come over here, right there, some flower buds. And then we just keep some sort of grass or something. Keep picking that, and then cover it with more. I must have stepped on that accidentally. Someone stepped on it. It should come back. Well, let's put some more leaf litter on top of that to try and discourage any light from getting to it and it regrowing. Same thing as right here. Although this one, I can actually get at the roots. So there's some sort of, it develops a little crown basically. You can see sort of like an asparagus or a strawberry. There's a crown. And they grow out of that crown, whatever it is. But this is basically why you want to grow things, to help increase the soil life. So you've got all these little fibrous roots, and the plant's photosynthesizing, pumping sugars down into the roots. The roots are making exudates that attract other biology, like what is it called? I can't think. Bacteria. So they exchange sugars with bacteria and fungi for other things that the plant actually needs, like calcium, nitrogen, etc. I mean, they do pull nitrogen from the air as well, but typically it's believed that they get most of it from the roots. So the more things they grow, as I'm pulling all these up, the better your soil health will get. But I'm just pulling these up mostly because I don't want them to compete too much with the garden that I've got here. I don't think that's a bean, but, and again, I only planted one bean instead of two when I replanted, so I'm not getting great germination for some reason. Maybe I need to soak the beans before I put them in. I haven't done that. No, I don't know if that's a bean. It doesn't look beanish, because usually they come up with a huge bean portion. Yeah, that is a bean too, so I don't know. I don't know what happened to the big bean portion. But our cucumber is basically self-climbing now. So last week I had it at this string, and it was just barely at this string. I had it woven between these two. I mean, it's still sort of woven between the two, but it's self-climbing up, and I'm definitely going to run out of trellis room with it. But the next real project, other than general weeding to keep things out of, this is the bok choy, it's looking decent, keep things out of the competing with what I'm trying to grow, is right behind me. I'm going to be clearing out some area around here, and just right in here put some not these wild blackberries, but some actual cultivars of blackberries, thornless, so that the kids can pick them without issue. But I've also got a couple thorned ones that I picked up because I don't mind picking them with the thorns on them. No boy. There we go. All right, so now you can also see the soil structure a little better. So deeper down, it's still sandy, but it definitely looks like it gets a little bit of clay. See how it's balling up and doesn't really break. So that tells me there's clay in here, but there's almost no aggregates. And the soil structure is pretty poor, unfortunately. So ideally, what I should do for this area is actually to use a broad fork on it before I plant anything. But as I said a couple weeks ago, I do not have access to a broad fork. So we're doing the best with what we got. And this will be a hole for one of the blackberries. So I try to break the shovel there. Oh, that's a grub. What kind of larvae is that? Look at that thing. I don't know. But if I was a chicken, that'd be a scrumptious morsel. And I think we're good on that as far as digging. Although, should I kill the root grub? It is a root grub of some sort. And I'm going to be putting a brand new plant in here. Come here, dude. You're going to go somewhere else, and someone's going to eat you. There we go. Got rid of the potential root eater. This has been the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. Please like, share, and subscribe.